Shalom, Yashrala. This your brother Dawada, coming back at you with this here truth again. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shah, Bahashim, Rakakwadash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of the great millstone that taught us this truth and that rule well. And salutation and much love for your eye can push this truth and sincerity over the four corners of the earth and enduring afflictions to feed and edify the elect. So I didn't really want to talk on this here topic or anything else like that, but as I keep seeing more and more videos and information come out about this, and you have other scenarios that's going on as well. You got Jake, these Israelite women, we'll put it that way, that are hot and heavy in the news over a lot of different things. And it seems, and just watching, the Most High is preparing these women for a harsh judgment. Pride has, like the scriptures speak about Babylon the Great, her sins have reached unto heaven. All right. Hey, these, so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American women, hey, their sins, are starting to overflow, man. Their pride and everything that they have had going on is starting to, reach its limits. All right, you're starting to see situations now where they're getting called out, for doing certain things. How do I put it? You could say the nation is being divided over certain things. You had that one lady that was up on stage with Usher dancing around, and that became a huge topic of whether she should be doing that or whether she shouldn't be doing that. And there was a lot of people that was bringing out some quote unquote certain types of critique. Let's say, oh, she shouldn't have been doing that. She a mom and she's got a man at home and everything else like that. Whereas you had, the other side, these women that were saying, oh, well, he didn't make her a wife. She just had a baby, making all these different excuses. But then, all it took was for simple, some people, I forgot, they had another woman, I don't know if she's famous or not, said, obviously she was famous. She said that if your man was at my show and I was dancing up on him and this and that, what would you do? Then you had the same women that was just flipping out. Oh, my man wouldn't be at your show. My man, I beat your ass for all this. And, it was just the mirror saying like, look, if the shoe was on the other foot, this is what would happen. Y'all are saying these things, but hey, you're being exposed for these things, man. All right, you have another woman who we're not going to talk about all this situation. It's sensitive. They may take the video down, but basically, she we'll put it this way, did a disappearing act type scenario, because of just some situations with her boyfriend and another woman, right? We'll just leave it at that. All right, but nevertheless, you got all these Jake women doing all kind of different things, but we're going to talk about this here one in Dubai. And when I first heard this out, I was just like, you know what? Call halal Yahabashim Yahushua, man. Let the water Yahabashim Yahushua for this being televised, publicized, Lord's will that they give her a public execution or a public judgment, man. All right, because of the fact of it's more than just her. All right, it's the setting of a precedence of an example because, you had the Brittany Griner situation, right? But then everybody flipped out and kept saying about, oh, it's just a vape pen, it's just this, it's just that, blah, blah, blah. Like, okay, to you it may just be a vape pen, but you have to understand laws, right? Just like the weed situation here. In some states, weed is legal. You can walk down the street passing the joint to the damn police officer. In some states, your ass get locked the fuck up over that, right? Hey, but you can't just say, oh, it's just weed. But like, well, it's the law. All right, well, some things is illegal to have over here. Some things is not illegal to have. Same with guns in certain places. I believe in Texas, it's an open carry state where you can walk around with a gun openly out. All right, New York, you can't have no gun up there, man. All right, and hey, it's just the law, right? Americans, we talking about Jake, but you Americans ain't walking around, all super proud about, oh, how come I can do this and I can do that? This is one of the black woman's favorite lines. I can do this, I can do that. You can't tell me what to do. And a lot of times they do things just to be rebellious. All right, you know how it is when you just dealing with Jake. Hey, don't open that door. The first thing they want to go and do is open that door. Hey, this is like one of those small games you play with your Jake woman and everything else like that. Like, oh, I ain't got nothing in there. Oh, ain't nobody on my phone. Just do something like that. Then all of a sudden, just because you pretty much phrase something to put something to where she don't have access to something, guess what she finna go do? Bogart the whole situation, man. All right, but hey, here's a scenario of the same situation. I'm gonna play a little bit of this here video, all right, about this here woman screaming on the folks. But look at how the narrative is being pushed. All right, oh, she raised her voice. All right, the only thing was she raised her voice. Now, if you know anything about so-called Negro women, first of all, they all talk with their voices raised. That's just something that's inside of Jake, right? And being around Jake, that to us don't really, set off no red flags. When you hear Jake being all animated and loud and shit like that, because Jake just be like that sometimes. We know that, we understand that, but we also understand that it could have been the raising of the voice that got her hemmed up and everything else like that. But I guarantee you it wasn't necessarily that she raised her voice at these dudes over there. It was what the fuck she said to them. It wasn't probably that she said something to a woman was saying some things to a man. Granted, they have certain laws over there like that. But again, it's probably the shit that she said to them. Guaranteed, like, well, I would say if she was over here, she said that same shit to somebody over here, the same thing probably would have happened to her. But hey, you see what's going on here in Babylon the Great. But like I said, we all know the so-called Negro woman and some of the foul shit that she said. Go look at what some of these women say to their baby daddies, their husbands, their boyfriends, and stuff like that. Oh, I just seen a video the other day about how this woman was bragging about sleeping with this man, brother, and everything else like that, and just talking all kind of foul shit. Like, well, if she just end up on an obituary tomorrow, we'll know why because we see the video footage, right? But see, these are the stories and the scenarios where we only see one side of the story, the victim story, right? The quote unquote victim crying out. You know, she's not really a victim, but they like to play the role of the victim. Oh, they locked me up because I'm a woman, a black woman in America, and all these different things. And then nobody since to ask the question, well, what did she do? Oh, she got loud with the dude. Well, what did she say when getting loud? Because we know when, Jake women get loud, they not get loud. Oh, thank you for giving me extra ice in my drink. Thank you for the free dessert. Thank you. They ain't getting loud saying that. They getting like, this don't taste right. Take that shit back to the kitchen. I don't know what the fuck y'all playing with me, but y'all got the right, when they get loud with your ass, they say some mad disrespectful shit. All right, we all know this. So, hey, it is what it is. But yet, we see what they do over here. Your mama and your daddy, speaking to these women, your mama and your daddy ain't got no damn control over you. Your man ain't got no control over you. The law in America ain't got no control over your own friend. You don't got control over your own self. Because you could just be sitting there and then somebody could look at you the wrong, or you could be doing something dumb. Walking around, speakerphone, blasting, talking a bunch of nonsense on the phone. Anyway, it ain't like somebody dying. You got to get somebody CPR. You can't hold the phone up to your ear or get a Bluetooth. You just walking around talking about what the fuck Keisha them did. Did you see Keisha's nail colors yesterday? All extra loud. But you can't tell nobody, man, can you get off the speakerphone? We all trying to do some work inside this here office, or, we need some quiet in here. Nah, you can't tell me to get off of my phone. I can do what I want. I'm grown, right? We know what the hell's going on. These are just straight demons. But, hey, now it's time for this here judgment to come through. Let's listen to a little bit of this here article, man, and see how this is all being painted in the narrative. And you got these simp-ass men going and do all these things, man. But some of our people, oh, y'all got to do it. They always hating on, and then they'll try to bring it in as us, as black people. Nah, but wait a minute. The so-called men in general, but black men know, hey, one thing we as black men know is no matter how hardcore, how gangster we are, we got to watch the way the fuck we move out here, depending on who the fuck we're around. You don't believe me? Go look at California. Go look at Chirac and everything else like that over there. Them niggas out there gang banging, they rolling, spinning the block on the ops. They don't give a fuck, man. They're out there airing the shit out. But let the police ride up on the block and see what the fuck happened. They know who they can fuck with, who not to fuck with, and how to act with certain things, man. These guys over here talking about smoking the ops, tatting up, killing the ops on their forehead and everything. But when they go before that judge, it's yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, yes, sir, no, sir. They know how to fucking act out there, man. But these women, they ain't got no chill. They want to go over here and start screaming. They had that one woman who basically something happened where she, her and her boyfriend or whoever it was, they got into an argument. And she called some guys, her brother and some other folks, and they came and started shooting at this dude. But the dude started defending himself, right? And the dude wound up, I think, killing one of the guys and everything else like that. And as you hear her on court, and they talking about some, so you text him talking about some, come shoot his shit. And she was like, yeah. You asked me the question, you want me to answer it or what? I'm like, damn. And she don't get no charges for basically setting up a hit. But this is the spirit of these Negro women, man. Negro, Latino, Native American women, to be exact. All right, but let's listen to this here article, man.
In Dubai, Fox 26's Dominic Keith joining us live near downtown Houston with why she's being held. Dominic.
I guess it's being fast-forwarded because we don't want it to be taken down.
Well, the crime she's charged with may surprise you, and Dubai is increasingly becoming a vacation spot for a number of Houston women. One who's there right now, according to her social media page, is trying to get back to the bayou.
We'll get to some of these pictures later on. It's going to prove what I'm about to say. Hey, a lot of our women, all right, they just, how do I say, starve for attention, all right? This is why, you'll see them, they get into arguments and whatever. They'll do whatever, and then all of a sudden the camera come out, and they just start twerking. For no reason. I literally just seen a little short clip where this dude is at some kind of hair salon or barbershop, whatever. But he laid it on the table. It's not like he can see the woman from the position where he's at, right? And the woman's, doing the work on him. But she got a camera up on the backside over there just clapping ass cheeks. Like, for what? What the fuck does ass cheek clapping got to do in this scenario anyway? Y'all in like a barbershop or a hair salon. Ain't really no music playing. But guess what? Somebody's filming her. She look up and just start clapping ass cheeks, man. But this is what our women do. They starve for attention, man. So, hey, they try to paint it as she's a victim. They got laws over there, man. You got to respect their laws over there. Just like how I said about the guns over here. Somebody from Texas can't walk around with an open carry, in a state that don't have an open carry, or like New York and be tripping. Oh, I can have my gun. What you mean? I can have my gun. No, bro, up here you can't have your gun. All right?
City, but according to her mom, her passport has been confiscated because she was charged with screaming in public. It also could result in prison time. So.
And then they put all this here stuff up here as if it's something out of the norm. You in another country with a passport, right? You there visiting. First thing, just like here in America, right? Even if you don't have a passport here in America, you do certain crimes. What do? They revoke your bond or your bail because they tell you what a flight risk of leaving. Now, if you're in a whole other country and you break a law, like you would think the smartest thing to do is let me just leave because I don't even live over here. Let me just get the fuck gone. All right, when they take your passport, no, we're gonna make an example out of you just like everybody else. So guess what? It's way bigger than just you. We don't want you to come over here and taint our women, have our women thinking they can go do all this. Because guess what? All it has to do is take a viral video clip of her over here acting an ass and some women to go over there. Oh shit, if she could do it, we could do it. And now their whole country is corrupted, man. The same shit the so-called black men is complaining about these women and getting passports and dating these other races of women out here for is the same. You know, when they was talking about Kevin Samuels and stuff, they wanted a femme fit, feminine, non-combative type of woman, and they all clown this man. Well, this woman actually got locked up by another dude. It wasn't black dudes that was hating on her. Another dude in a whole other country for breaking their laws, man. So there's something in common, and it ain't the men that's over here, quote unquote, hating on these here women. It's just the women and what they're doing, man. All right.
Very scary. The trip turned terrifying for Tiara Young Allen when her mom says she was a passenger in a friend's rental car and they got into an accident there in Dubai. Tina Baxter says when her daughter went to the company to retrieve her ID, credit card, and other items left in the rental, Baxter says it did not go well. She found out that she could only receive those items if she paid an undisclosed amount of money.
Boom. So this is the source of it all, right? And most people didn't catch this. Now, whenever you do a lot of other things, there's some kind of transaction, right? Now, I've had my car towed before, and in order to, I had some shit that I needed inside the car to be able to get the car out, and it took a whole fucking day. It was a whole process. You know, they had rules. No, you can't get inside the car. You can't do this. And I understood why they do that, because some people have a cheap-ass car. Let's say it's a $500 car, right? And the car got towed. Now, the car been in the tow shop for a couple days, and you ran up the bill. Now, you're going to cost more to get the car out than the car's actually worth. Right. Well, let me just get my shit about the car, and then you can have the fucking car. I don't give it. Nah, because the car. Hey, you ran up a debt. We got to make money off it. It's a business. So, hey, we'll charge you X amount of dollars. You can go in here and get this here car. Hell, even if you wreck your car and you insurance go and claim your car, once they claim your car, it ain't your car no more, man. You can't even go in there and get that, man. Go wreck your car and try to get your shit up out of a body shop once insurance claim your shit and see what happens, man. All right. So there's a process with these things, but guess who didn't want to follow the process? Guess who didn't want to be cordial with the process? Because you ain't the first person in the whole wide world to wreck a car and all of a sudden trying to get some stuff up out of there, man. All right.
She dealt with a very aggressive individual, a young man there who was screaming at her. Baxter says her 20.
And see, boom, there you go. The dude at the counter, it's hard to believe that the dude at the counter just all of a sudden struck up hey, what you want, bitch? Right? Because he's at work and being professional. Or in America, whenever we see scenarios that go down between a customer and an employee, the majority of the time, right, it's the customer that starts with the employee, and then they go back and forth. Now, you can be in some low-end level shit at a McDonald's or some shit, and they get mad at you for just coming up there and ordering in the middle of the day or something. We ain't talking about that, man. All right, but just at regular establishments, it typically go down like this, man. All right. But now this is the photo I want to show out. This here green here. Somebody pointed out it's something about like bugs and things like that out in the wild that have these high bright colors on them as a sign that they poisonous, venomous, dangerous. You should stay the fuck away from them. And hey, the same rules apply for these here women. But as you can see, you can pretty much see the type of demeanor that this woman have. And yeah, if you was seeing her out in the streets, you probably wouldn't want to walk up to her. But I already know what kind of smoke she gonna bring, bruh. I don't want no parts of this here woman.
29-year-old daughter ultimately yelled back at the rental car agent, she says, resulting in her being charged.
And there you go, to look up, I don't give a fuck, you can't say shit to me type of woman, man. All right?
For screaming there in Dubai.
And so she is in jail for one reason alone. She raised her voice. In that country, a female is not even allowed to raise her voice.
Yeah, because she raised her voice. Not about what she said. Not about how she probably said the SH or SMH or SMD. Suck my you know what. Or y'all are this, y'all, she probably said all kind of shit over there, man. Because again, we see videos about how these women say these things to their men that they in relationships. How much more men that they ain't in a relationship with, man?
voice. If she raises her voice, it's punishable by jail time.
It's been very emotional. There are some days.
And how the fuck you gonna go against a law? If you steal some shit, it's punishable by jail time. If you do this, it's punishable by jail time. If you walk across the street, it's punishable by jail. You know, in certain countries, I forgot where it's at, Sweden or somewhere, if you say like nigga or a racial slur, you go to jail. So like, you know how Jake be talking nigga this, nigga that. You might get locked up for, hey, what's up, nigga? Talking to your homie and shit. Oh, now you locked the fuck up. And you don't understand why, but hey, bro, you broke their luck. They don't do that shit over here, bro. Right?
I stay up all night crying.
They have a strict law system that is really based on theocracy.
This website warns, quote, laws and customs are very different, so be aware of your actions to ensure they don't offend while in United Arab Emirates. Now, after Baxter says her daughter was charged with screaming in Dubai, her passport has been taken, and the American social media influencer who works as a truck driver can't leave the UAE, according to her mom. And her mom says she's been placed under a travel ban pending the outcome of the investigation. It's very frightening.
And they make all that sound like it's something abnormal. You under investigation, and they put a travel ban on you so you don't run. Didn't they do the same thing to Brittany Griner? When these women gonna realize that you can't just go any and everywhere? They feel like they God and they control the whole earth. We don't give a fuck about y'all laws. Y'all laws change when I come around. Y'all laws are for y'all, not for me. They do the same shit here in America, man. All right.
The longer she's been there, the more reality has started to kick in.
In our opinion, she did not commit a crime. Don't punish women for doing the same thing a man can do in Dubai. It's not fair and it's not right.
This nigga said, don't punish a woman for the same thing a man can do in Dubai. How you gonna tell them what the fuck to do in their country? You see what I'm saying? They have different rules over there for their country. If you don't like it, don't go over there, right? They used to tell us that when we was growing up. If you don't like my rules in my house, get the fuck out. Go get your own house.
Now, the 29-year-old does now have an attorney there in Dubai, and her mom says she's told that she could face jail time because there is surveillance video of her screaming. Now, we have reached out to the U.S. and the UAE embassies. Will government officials step in and give her assistance? I'm still awaiting responses. Reporting live near downtown Houston, I'm Dominique Keith, Fox 26 News.
All right, this is they're done with that. But basically, I just wanted to, bring forth a little bit of that because of the fact of because ultimately, this is starting to get out of hand, man. These women think that they can just, roll around with immunity, all right, and that they're not going to get judged for their actions, and it's just getting worse and worse and worse and worse. Now, this, and just like the Brittany Griner scenario, is setting precedents of what what the so-called Negro, Latino, Native American woman can do, all right. Because let's look back at the Brittany Griner situation. Now that they got her back, what was the signal that was there? Okay, you can go over to Russia, go over to whatever country you want. Break a law, the government will sit here and fight for you, trade for you, and bring you back, and you'll be held as a hero when you come back. Even though you went over there and broke the law, doing something you wasn't supposed to do, you'll be more famous than you was before you went over there. All right, more people know about Brittany Griner now after that situation than anything. How many of y'all know Brittany Griner's basketball number off the top of your head? Well, how many of y'all know what team she played for off the top of your head without looking it up? Exactly. But you know about that she was arrested and locked up in Russia for a goddamn vape pen. You know that much information about her, but you don't know what she more famous about, her basketball number or what team she played for. Hell, if I would have asked, what does Brittany Griner do for a profession, right? Most people wouldn't even know that she was a basketball player, man. So, hey, ain't that the girl that got locked up in Russia? Same with this here woman, man. All right, this is the same precedence that is sitting over there. You can go wherever, no matter what their laws are, they going to fight for you because you're a so-called black woman. Let's say this was a so-called black man and he went over there and got loud with a woman over there and got locked up or some shit in another country. I see. That's what's wrong with these black men. They do that over here. Hey, man, we know where it is. But this is the end-all, be-all for them, man. Let's go ahead and read this. We're going to close out. Micah 7:10, it says, Then she that is my enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her. Will say unto me, Where is Yahweh thy power? My eyes shall behold her now. She shall be trodden down as mire in the street. So, hey, we're going to come to a point in time when the Lord's about to start bringing this here judgment, man. And then these women that's the Lord's enemies, the proud women, the women that don't want to stand by their man, especially the man of the Lord. All right, they about to get trampled down. They about to start getting their judgments, man. And you're starting to see all these things. But like I said, hey, we're in a time now where these women are back and forth, back and forth. Hey, she win this case, she come back home, she going to be feeling invisible, man. There's nothing you're going to be able to say to this here woman, but it's going to soon come a point in time where you're going to start seeing, open judgment on these women, where the Lord's going to put the fear back into these women out here, man. Because right now there's no fear, there's no consequences, there's no repercussions. This is why a woman can get into a man's face, all right, and get loud with him and not have the fear that this man put his hands on her. Because what are they trained in America? They can put raise their voice up to a man, all right, get all in his face, like the woman that got punched in the face, right, where the dude got shot, right? They feel like they can, and the dude that got shot is the lady, get your food and go on. Now, let's take the woman out of that situation. It was two different men, right? If a man's telling another man, bro, get your food and get the fuck out of my face more than one time, that dude, the other dude he talking to, got to process something. All right, look, bro, this dude is serious. Tell me to get the fuck out of his face and go home. Now, I think he's serious. This nigga might knock me the fuck out, kill me or whatever. And or I gotta be prepared to retaliate on this here shit. If I want to just stand here and keep going back and forth with this nigga, I gotta be prepared for what's coming. All right, because ain't no man in their right mind gonna have another man talk to them like that and not process. All right, hold on. It's either fight or flight right about now. Either this nigga serious and it ain't that serious about what the fuck I got going on. I need to just move before this nigga he having a bad day clearly, and what the fuck I got going on ain't even that serious, bro. You know what I'm saying? I just, hey, look, go ahead, dog. You got it. I ain't even tripping, bro. Or, bro, what the fuck you just say to me? Nah, hell, nah, you not finna talk to me like that. Come on, bro. We gonna have to thug it out right now, right? That's what go through men's minds. But for a woman, it ain't gonna go out like that. She's like, look, you say something to me, you get loud with me. Look, I'm gonna put my hands on you, and you better not flinch. You better not say nothing back. See, she got used to that from growing up doing that to her son, right? And everybody else around her, man. But then, now look at what happened, man. All right. And then look at what society said. Oh, you're the hero over these things. Further emboldening these women. All right. Now, if this was a man, right, and he was telling the woman to go on and get by yourself, and she kept trying to hit him and swing on him and everything else like that, and or she was swinging on him and she kept telling him to get the fuck on, and then all of a sudden he pulled out a gun and defended himself or just punched this woman, they would have been like, bro, she told you to leave. You should have just left. You should have just left. Why you, when she said leave and she was swinging on you, you ain't like it. Why you ain't leave, right? But the tables are turned. But the Lord's about to start bringing this here judgment on these here women, man, in droves, all right? Let's go from here to Isaiah 32:9. It says, rise up, ye women that are at ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters. Give ear unto my speech, all right? And a lot of them are at ease, all right? And they don't have to care in their world because they know what you gonna say to me, what you finna do. That was a prime example of a woman who didn't have a care in her life. She can go up and yell at a man in a whole nother country and not fear none of the repercussions. It never even dawned on her that she would end up in a Dubai jail or a jail anywhere else. Just like here in America, right? When they put her in handcuffs, the whole shit changed. This was a white woman I'm about to tell you about, but there was a white woman at a college campus and some dude out there, and you know, they'd be out there protesting, and he had these little woke folks and be over here screaming. And this dude, I don't know what kind of sign he had, whether it was an abortion sign or it was like a Jesus love sign or some shit like that, right? And he wasn't saying nothing, but he's holding his sign up, and a woman came up and attacked him, started swinging on him and everything else like that. He didn't really say nothing, but the police just so happened to be walking down the block, seeing her assaulting him, and went over there and put her in cuffs, was locking her up. And then all of a sudden, her demeanor changed. Oh, you can't find any compassion in your heart? I'm a student. I'm in school. This is going to ruin my life. You just don't have any compassion. Just to look on her face of reality setting in and defeat. Nah, you should have thought about that when you were swinging on this dude. This dude wouldn't say anything to you. He was just standing there with a fucking sign. If you didn't like the sign, keep going by. Right? I don't eat McDonald's. I think that's some bullshit. I don't like McDonald's at all. Like, nobody should be eating McDonald's. I ride past McDonald's all the fucking time. I don't pay them no mind. I don't go over there try to burn their store down. Y'all need to stop feeding these people their shit. Y'all need to stop. Nah, bro, I just keep moving. I don't even pay it no attention, man. You know, matter of fact, I actually rode past the McDonald's the closest by my house and had to turn around in the parking lot, and I was kind of thrown off like, damn, something different over here. I forgot they remodeled this goddamn McDonald's like 5 years ago. I don't pay that much attention to it, right? If you don't like something, just keep it moving, man. But no, you have to go and make a situation up out of it, and then once you get your judgment, now you want to play the victim, all right? But they're living at ease, right? Verse 9 again, rise up, ye women that are at ease, hear my voice, ye careless daughters, give ear unto my speech. Many days and years shall you be troubled, ye careless women, for the vintage shall fail, and the gathering shall not come. Tremble, ye women that are at ease, be troubled, ye careless ones, strip you and make you bare, and gird sackcloth upon your loins. They shall lament for the teats, for the pleasant vines, and for the fruitful field. All right? Hey, they're going to lament for the good things that they once had. When it becomes this harsh reality, it's not really going to be even harsh. I mean, it's going to get bad, Jacob's trouble. But look, just turn them down to just a normal life like everybody else, man. All right? And then they're going to be all hurt and everything. Tell them no. See what happens when you tell them no. Now you can't have this for free. Now you can't get this for no discount. Now you got to pay full price for this. Seen another video where these women, group of people, you know, they going out to eat and everything else like that. These women ordering all this expensive food and everything, and they want everybody to chip in and split the bill evenly. All right, instead of them just paying their own portion, man. Nah, we want separate checks. I'm going to pay for whatever the fuck I ate. I came over here and I got this little cheap-ass meal over here, and you went and ordered the most expensive appetizers, most expensive food, and you ate all that shit to yourself so you can snap pictures and post it up on the gram, and now you don't want to pay for it. You want me to pay for your shit, and you want to yell at me about that shit? Man, y'all got life fucked up. But, hey, this is the kingdom that these women got. But think about it. You know, they talking about, oh, back in the biblical days, women couldn't do this and women couldn't do that. It was more in order. But now you have the freedoms to do whatever you want to go do in this wicked-ass kingdom, and look at what you're doing. Not only did you destroy yourself, you destroyed your kids and your community, man. All right, we're a fucking laughing joke because of shit like this. Oh, that green hair bitch went out there and got fucked up in Dubai and everything else like that. Now look, all these people looking at us like, man, this is why we don't let these niggas in our country like that. They want to get loud and not be cordial and everything else. Look what the hell going on over there, man. Even their own, don't make this a man or a woman thing. Even their women over there is like, damn, this is a damn shame these women out of line over here like that. It couldn't have been us. Cover your kids up. I seen that the other day in the grocery store, man. One of these Muslim women walking in there all wrapped up with their daughters, but you got some goddamn chick walking in there with her booty cheeks hanging all out. The Muslim woman had detoured her kids around so they wouldn't even see all of that, man. All right, but hey, I want to stop. Hey, congrats on that. You know, I appreciate that, but they ain't our people anyway. But just the fact of the matter of seeing something like that, man. All right, changes. Hey, man, I'm glad that you know, at least protecting your kids from seeing this stupid shit. But nevertheless, we're gonna close out here. But let me read this real quick. I was speaking on that Jacob's trouble since we hear Isaiah 32:2. It says, a man shall be a hiding place from the covert wind, or select from the wind, and a covert from the tempest, as the rivers of water in a dry place, as the shadow of the rock, as the shadow of a great rock in a weary land. All right, so at this point in time, you know, Jacob's trouble and all these different things, these women are going to be looking for a hedge, right? Well, let's go get that as well while we right here. Isaiah 4:1. In that day, all right, the day of the Lord, 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Now think about that. Which women does that apply to? Women say, I don't need no man. I got all that I need. I got this and I got that. It's funny, I helped out 2 different women that I know last week. It was funny. It was over the same shit, a pressure washer too. One woman couldn't get the tip of the pressure washer off, right? And, you know, it was one of those valves you pull down and pull the thing out. Granted, this is an old-ass white Edomite woman. This woman got grandkids and shit. She's old as fuck. But nevertheless, I just so happened to be coming by at the right time, you know what I'm saying, and happened to see her. And she was over here struggling, about to give it all up. But just goes to show forth, like, look, you over here spinning this shit, you pull it down, right? And then you pull the little tip out. That's how you get it. The other woman didn't know how to fucking put her pressure washer together. I'm finna do this, I'm finna do that. I was supposed to go, have my uncle come and cut the grass. He wasn't gonna cut the grass. Now she breaking down in tears and crying. I can't depend on nobody, and this is hard out here, and this and that. I don't need no man. But see, these are the type of women that say all this. But what type of women say we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel? Women who now are trying to be humble. You know what? Hey, I do need you at this point in time. That's why it says in that day, 7 women, a complete number of women. I don't care if you got other women. Hey, he's that valuable. Because, see, women don't sleep with men of multiple women will get with one man of a high status and value. Let Drake go around talking about something he married and got a old lady or something like that. So women will still get with him because he Drake. You see what I'm saying? So, hey, we're going to have that status, Lord, where we're a part of that number in that point in time, man. The protected ones, man. All right, the Lord say, hey, come not near any of the men that has the mark upon their foreheads, man. All right, and they're going to have women with them to bring forth, you know, the nation back when we get into the kingdom. But, hey, you're going to have women trying to jump on the bandwagon. Not these women that's like this, I don't need no man, I'm proud, I don't, blah, blah, blah. Hey, that woman over there, I guarantee, she got a man on TV right now fighting for her case. And she probably going to have men lawyers fighting for her case. But guess what? She's going to probably come home still shitting on men. All right, but I'm going to go ahead and close out with that. Lord willing, the elect was edified with this here lesson. Until next time, I'm going to say, call halal Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shah, Bahashim, Rakakadash. Double honor to the apostle. That was a great millstone that taught us this truth and never will. And salutation, much love for you. I can push this truth and sincerity over the 4 corners of the earth and enduring afflictions to feed and edify the elect. Until next time, I say, stay strong. Shalom.